Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
The wait is over. Let's begin.
I'm fine.
Battle 1. Fight!
Can you keep up?
Stay down!
That's it! Let's do this! Can you keep up? So slow.
1. Fight!
Hello, my name's Colin Campbell, I'm with Polygon. You're looking at Soul Calibur VI. Bandai Namco showed us some progress on the game at an event earlier on this week in San Francisco. I got a chance to get some hands-on with a limited build. You can see there are 6 of the characters at work in our gameplay capture here, including the new guy, an assassin called Grow. He wields a double-ended sword that can separate into 2 weapons. Old favourites are back, including Mitsurugi and Sophitia, and of course Nightmare, who carries the infamous Soul Edge sword. Soul Calibur VI takes place in the early years of this series, and so its returning characters glow with a flush of youth. Of course, Soul Calibur games focus on weapons, timing and movement, and as you'll see in this demo, there's a new way to break through in combat called Reverse Edge, which is a kind of rock, paper, scissors metagame. It can be implemented at any time, and it brings up a short cinematic. I choose any one of a number of attacks, such as melee or reverse sweep or vertical sweep, and I try and hope that my opponent chooses something that I can beat. If both players choose, say, a vertical slash, it goes to a second round, and on the third round, the player who initiates the reverse edge delivers the damage. So it's worth using. I asked Bandai Namco if this mechanic can be turned off. There might be some purist players who would rather avoid it. A spokesperson told me that the game is still in development and various options are on the table. Reverse Edge is a neat little microcosm of the game's entire point, which is learning to anticipate opponents' movements and tactics as they make use of a variety of blocks, attacks and special moves. It's all about trying to guess what the other guy's going to do next. Along with a health meter, there's also an offensive soul charge meter that you can see in the top centre of the screen that's always been a part of this series. It fills up during combat and can deliver dangerous critical edge moves. Players can also win by tossing opponents over the edge of combat pits known as ring outs. And there's also a lot of parry and counter-attack moves that shift the needle, especially when executed correctly. Players lose their armour as fights go on, but this is a purely aesthetic matter. It makes no difference to defensive ability. Each of the warriors have their own styles, costumes, colours and stories. We didn't learn much about how the campaign or the story will play out, except that there will be revelations about the early days of the series. The first game in this series, Soul Edge, came out in 1995 as an arcade game, making an appearance on PlayStation, 18 months later. The first game, called Soul Calibur, came out in 1999, also as an arcade game and for Sega Dreamcast. So this is something we're looking forward to. Soul Calibur VI is coming to PlayStation 4, Windows PC and Xbox One, and we're assured that it's still on for later this year. Hope you enjoy this video. You can find out more at Polygon.
You prepared for this?
Let's try this! Thanks for the exercise!
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Kilik.
Let's do this!
Nightmare.
Your nightmare has begun!
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
Your madness! How it shines like a beacon!
Shanlin, give me strength!
Battle 1. Fight!
I regret nothing! I regret nothing. Not quite. See!
Ring out!
Not quite. See ya!
The nightmare shall never end!
Battle 2! Fight!
Stay down! Take this! Come on! I'll crush you!
Yes!
All I can do is this! Is this!
Battle 3! Fight!
Stay down! Let's end this! Let's end... Let's end this! Listen to the raging of my soul!
Battle 1! Fight!
How's another? Hiya! Yeah! See ya! What? See ya! See ya! Yeah! How's another? Here! See ya! Here! See ya! This is it!
Battle 2! Fight!
Watch over me, Mother! No, no! Try this!
Time's up!
How could this be?
Battle 3! Fight!
Go! Try this! Stay down!
Welcome to the stage of history retold. Roll!
Understood.
Nightmare.
Your nightmare has begun!
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
Sword, quench your thirst!
Battle 1. Fight!
Leave!
Ring up!
Nightmare shall never end!
Battle 2. Fight!
Engage! What? Surely not. Leave! Scarlet Sleeve! Take that!
Battle 3. Fight!
Engage! Feel my blade! Get out of my sight! Get out of my sight! Let order seep into your soul.
Here goes!
Can you keep up? I'm just getting started! Come on!